I don't know about you, but I sure enjoyed studying engineers and how they think and the process they go through to build things. What about you? Did you enjoy that also? I loved that we could think like an engineer, and that God created us in his image, and he gave us critical minds to think, and he gave us the knowledge to know how to do things to make our world a better place, to help solve problems for people. And so we are going to practice what we've learned about being an engineer. We know that an engineer uses science and math to solve problems, and we are going to be doing that with a problem. And I want you to go through the design process while you help solve this problem. We'll talk about the problem. You'll see it a little bit on the board, but I have to move the little box so you can read the whole thing. But first of all, let's talk about the design process that the engineers do to the steps that they take to complete their project. The first thing is they discover a problem. And we did a lot of that. We did it with the back scratching. We did it with the dog treats. We talked about it with the leashes. They find a problem. After that, they think of a plan and they design and build it. And in the design process, they draw it out. They look around for materials that they know they could use. They draw it out. They gather those materials and they build it. That's kind of a long process. That takes a little bit of time to think, to design on paper, and then to build. That part's going to take a while for the engineer and for us. The third step is to test it out. And we talked about if it doesn't work, we don't give up. God wants us to keep going, keep trying our best, and that's what we're going to do as an engineer because we said some of the greatest inventions took a long time and lots of mistakes before they were invented. But I'm so glad that they did not give up on those things. So we're going to test out our project and see if it works. If it doesn't work, the fourth step is to go back and redesign. That means to design it again, to tweak it a little bit to see if we can get it to work better. If it, try it again. If it works, great. If it needs to have more tweaking, more changing, we go back and we fix it a little bit better. That's the fourth step. The fifth step is a fun step. We communicate it, we share it, and that's something that we all love to do naturally, right? When we get something done, we are proud of our work and we love to show people. But the reason that they do that is because other people may want to use their idea to help them as well. So I want you to follow all these 5 steps to help us with this problem. I'm going to go ahead and move that down here. We're going to talk about this. Bob was playing at Tim's house. They were so excited to play with Tim's marshmallow launcher. But after one try, it broke. They were so disappointed, but then they had an idea. Let's make our own marshmallow launcher, they said. Let's be like engineers and follow the design process. Can you help Bob and Tim? Can you use the design process and create a marshmallow launcher? All right, so that's what I want you to do. You have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I don't want you to feel like you have to get it done today because it will be a lot of steps and it'll be a lot of work. So today we figured out the problem. Marshmallow launcher broke. We need to fix it. That's the problem. So now we got to think of a plan. How does a marshmallow move through a launcher? Does it move through air? Does it move through a push? Think of a thing that how a marshmallow launcher would work. What do I want it to look like? Do I want it to be a tube? Do I want it to be more like a sling? Think about that. Think of a plan to make a marshmallow launcher. Then get out your paper and pencil and design it. Think about the materials you're going to use because you've thought of a plan. What materials will you use? Design it. After you design it, I want you to label it. We talked about labeling the other day in reading where when you draw something, you can use your best spelling and label. That just means show the parts of it. So if you use, I don't know, let's just say like the girl in the picture with the paper towel rolls, she would show paper towel roll, or she had a baggie, right? Baggie, she'd write baggie by the picture so that you could tell what you need. After you design it and label it, I want you to build it. So gather your materials. Of course, make sure mom and dad are okay with everything that you use. You want to use materials that you have at home. We don't want you to have to buy anything. Just look around the house for some materials that you can use for it. After you're done, test and see if it works. If it works, Awesome. You'd go right to step 5 and communicate. If it doesn't work, you need to go back, look at it, find out what didn't work. Did it not go far enough? Do you need more push? Do you need more air? Was the tube too skinny? The marshmallow too big? Marshmallow too heavy? Think about those problems that you may have encountered and go back and fix it. Then, after you fix it, test it again. If you get it to work, that's when you communicate it. You can take a picture of it, you can write about it, you can draw a picture of it, but I want to see how your marshmallow launcher turned out. I can't wait to see it. So remember, this is not due today, it is due on Friday. I want you to enjoy it. Take your time being an engineer, have fun with it. You can get your brothers to help if they're there, or your mom or dad to help if they want to, or you can do it all by yourself. So I look forward to seeing how you used the design process to help you fix the problem of a broken marshmallow launcher.